Good afternoon. So I am taking a look at our bamboo here and trying to tidy it up today. But before I do that, I thought I'd just go through a couple of facts about it and how it grows. Now, first thing is, as soon as you say bamboo to anyone, they go, "Oh, you don't want bamboo. Bamboo spreads." As you can see, these aren't spreading. These clumps must be well over 20 years old. But these are clump-forming bamboo. There is a running type of bamboo that does spread, but the clump-forming ones, like these, stay as tight clumps and don't spread. They're nowhere near as invasive. The second thing people say is bamboo gets very big. Well, we've got three different varieties here. So we have got a medium height one, a slightly larger one, and then a really quite tall one here. But if I go just over there, we have got a small variety as well. There we go, that's the small variety there, and that's not even as tall as I am. So as you can see, as long as you're careful by selecting the correct type of bamboo for your location, bamboo isn't a problem to have in your garden, just as long as you get the right variety. And if you speak to your local garden centre, they should be able to give you some advice with that. So the next thing is how the bamboo grows. So we're a little early in the year here, but you will see shoots start to come up through the ground, little spikes, and that is the new shoots that are pushing their way up through. And that will grow to the full height of the plant in 1 year. So on this smaller variety here, this is 1 year's growth, and on this big variety here, that all the way up there is 1 year's growth. So it grows to its full height in 1 year, and it's later in the year you start to get these side branches come onto it, but usually as it grows it will just go up to its full height without any branches, and then branches come out at the last minute. So when those new stems come up, you'll find they'll be quite soft on the surface, a lot brighter than the others. Then over the winter they'll harden and they'll go a little bit darker, and then over the next winter they'll harden that bit further and darken again, and eventually they'll go to this brown colour here and they'll start to get the spots appear on them, and that's actually a fungus that is getting into them, and when they get really old they'll go quite pale again like that with really dark spots. So that is that stem dying, but that is how the bamboo works. It puts up new shoots. The new shoots last about 5 to 10 years depending on the variety of bamboo, and then that will die off, leaving a space for new shoots to come through as well. So as you can see, this one's got quite a lot of the dead stuff in there, so I'm going to spend some time just trying to tidy this one up. So with removing the stems, it's quite obvious when they're brown like that all the way down, you want to remove them. But there are a few stems in here, like this one here, where it's dead on the top but the bottom's still alive. Now that's one that I will still remove all the way down to ground level, because it's not going to regrow, it's not going to put new sprouts out the side. That is dead now. So yeah, I'm just going to work my way through here. I'll try and remove some of the leaves from in the middle of here. But yeah, unfortunately there's quite a lot on this one to remove, and this bamboo, I'm not sure if it's going to live much longer, because it's actually got seeds where it's had flowers on it, and bamboos only flower after about 100 years I believe, or in times of stress. So I think it has been quite stressed, which is why it's flowering, so it may not survive much longer, but we can only do what we can do, so let's tidy it up. There we go, that's looking a lot better. So it's nice and airy around the base there. So I've got all the leaves out from down there. Now I was a bit concerned at first when I came up to this because there looked like there's a lot of dead material here. But it turned out most of it was just a lower side shoots. So I've trimmed them off up to about head height here. And that's not only shown off the bamboo a lot more, it's allowed more light down to the base. So hopefully the new shoots will come up and grow tall and straight. So part of the reason this had so much dead at the base is because we've had this pine tree here that was leaning against it. So it's looking a lot better now. So on to this one. Now, rather than recording this, I'm going to try a bit of YouTube magic. So let's give it a click. And there we go. Not much different, but a lot tidier. Okay, so I've given this clump a quick going through. But to be honest, it didn't need much. That was actually quite a good clump there. So yeah, that is these three done. So that's this area sorted. So now I'm going to have a look at clump on the other side. Okay, so this is the next clump here. Again, this one doesn't need too much. But unfortunately, people always feel the need to try and snap the bamboo. So we've got a number of broken branches down this end that need cutting down. And I also want to try and remove some of these side shoots up at face height here. So yeah, let's give this a bit of a tidy. Okay, well that's just pulled it back off the path so it doesn't hit you in the face as you walk past as well. But it's still got this lovely arch over top, which is fantastic. Now this variety is slightly different to the other varieties. And one of the main differences is the length of the shoots on this. So you can see on this one, the main stem's actually been damaged and cut off there. Now on the other varieties, because they've only got short branches, I'd have to take that out completely. But this actually carries on all the way up to here. So nowhere near as tall as it could be. But still at a decent height, so I've left a few in place like that. So I just pushed my way through to the back of it to try and remove some of the rhododendron that was growing through it. And I noticed down here, what I was saying earlier about the new shoots, not easy to get into, but that is a new shoot that's coming up. So that's only that tall. And we have got a second one just round here. So this one here is that tall. So as you can see, it's not got any side branches on it at all yet. That's still going to carry on growing to its full height this year. So yeah, that's good. So there's one more clump I need to look at. So this is the last clump at the back of the observation area here. Again, that is a miniature clump, so that's only about 3 foot tall at the most. But as you can see, it really doesn't look happy. I think a lot of that is dead. So yeah, let's see what we can do to it. Well, there we go. It still looks rather sad, but we're giving it its best chance. Now, it might be that that bamboo has just reached the end of its life. I believe the smaller varieties are shorter lived in time. But yeah, we'll never know. We'll see what it does. Oh, well, I'm going to empty this trolley and I shall end this video here. And I shall see you later.